Tonight, we are learning more about the arrest of Frank Q. Jackson, the grandson of Cleveland's mayor.
Jackson was indicted by a Cuyahoga County grand jury earlier this week for an incident back in May.
And tonight, we have learned why Cleveland city prosecutors say they declined to press charges originally. Thanks for joining us at 11. I'm Sarah Shookman.
And I'm Betsy Kling. Russ is off this evening. As Tiffany Tarpley explains, the arrest of Frank Q. Jackson came with the help of the mayor. But U.S. Marshals say there were no negotiations leading to that surrender.
At the end of the day, I believe we made the right decision all the way around.
United States Marshal Pete Elliott says the arrest of Cleveland Mayor Frank Jackson's grandson was done properly. Around 6 o'clock Thursday evening, a warrant was issued for 22-year-old Frank Q. Jackson, who lives with the mayor. It was in connection with an alleged months-old assault. Elliott says because of an increased media presence surrounding the mayor's house, he was concerned about the safety of his deputies. He says once they knew media were there, the element of surprise was lost.
Here we had an individual that was said to be violent, or there was a violent warrant that was issued, felonious assault, and so on. So, you know, in our minds, anything can happen at any time. So when we can facilitate the peaceful surrender, we will always attempt to do that.
Elliott says he personally called Mayor Jackson.
So there was no special treatment. I know the way people want to twist and turn things. At the end of the day, I know personally it was not that way. And if it was any situation, any other situation with anybody else, we would have handled it the same exact way we did last night.
The younger Jackson surrendered, not at the mayor's home, but at another location. He's accused of assaulting an 18-year-old woman back in June. City prosecutors declined to press charges back then, but now county prosecutors have picked up the case.
And so the 22-year-old again has been indicted on those charges. Today, the city prosecutor's office released a statement saying the investigating public housing detective failed to provide all of the evidence related to the case, and that's why charges weren't filed. Mayor Jackson has said in the past that what happens in his house is not the public's business, Sarah.
Well, this is far from over, but it is good to understand some of the background here. Thanks, Tiffany.